So me and my buddy Bill, we was duck hunting in Arkansas, and man, we had a good hunt, and we was back at the beer joint at 8 o'clock. We'd done limited out, and so both of us had a little rough night the night before. So my buddy Bill, he said, "Hey, I'm gonna have a BC powder with my beer." I said, "What's a BC powder?" He said, "Well, it's like a aspirin, but it's powdered. It goes in there real quick, and gets that headache, earlier." So I said, "Well, order me one of them things. We'll have one together." So old Bill, he gets his BC powder and he makes this little V in his fingers and pours that in there, like he's rolling a cigarette. And he said, "Well, this is how you do it right here." So he's got a beer in one hand, he's got BC powder in the other hand, and so he puts that thing right up to his throat. He's fixed to dump it in, and he sneezes. And that stuff, I'm telling you what, it went everywhere. It went all up in his eyebrows, in his ears, all in his eyes, up in his nose. It just blew up like a smoke bomb, and the powder going everywhere. And I'm looking at him, and we're in this beer joint, and Cynthia's waiting on him. Cynthia's about a 75-pound woman, pretty much a pencil with ears, and she's looking at it and she's backing up. Bill is starting to circle around. He's circling around the bar, and he's coughing and he's sputtering and he's spitting, choking, crying, moaning. Kind of every adjective you could think of, he had it in his repertoire. And so I'm backing up too, and I'm looking around, and I happen to look over to the left, and there's this lady with a loaf of bread, and she's watching Bill do all his antics, and she done got behind the loaf of bread. I mean, behind the bread rack. She done got behind that hiding. So Cynthia was hiding. I was backing up. The lady getting a loaf of bread, she was hiding. And Bill finally got himself under control and drank enough beer to down everything. And I looked at him, and he just had white eyelashes and he had white eyebrows, and it's all over him. The BC powder was all over him. And so I still holding mine. I had my V there in my hand, and I was still holding mine. And Cynthia kind of eases back up to the counter, and she says, "Well, I don't reckon you'll be having yours, will you?" I said, "No, ma'am, I don't believe after all that I'm going to try to do something like that. I'm just going to drink this beer and go on about my business." That's another story. Buzz out.